put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Utah's offense will take the field first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Utes will punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So LSU's offense has the ball for the first time. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the...
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play. 15 yards on that one and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they put drives together like this. This could be a scary unit.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Utah has it back in the offense coming onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Hold on. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They give it to him again. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Utes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0. Turning it on! And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years. Foundation, the running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll try to run for it. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Caught over the middle. It's Crowell.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, you're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Give to the running back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Fires one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up the big return. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Callaway there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Trying play action. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Return takes it inside the 30, down to the 28 as the defense has them setting up shop from there.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Now, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
He breaks a tackle. There he goes. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Utes come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that is such great execution by this offense. Third down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the first down, you chew up a bunch more yards, too. Nice execution by this offense.
Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Rushes on him. Oh, he makes the catch. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the third and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. It becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Offense in a bunch formation. Second down, they'll go to the air. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, that's a phenomenal individual effort getting that sack. What a dominant play. And I'll tell you, playing here at Death Valley, a play like that now is going to get this crowd hyped up. And that's something as an opposing quarterback you do not want. Take it from me. I know it from experience. I remember my true freshman year playing at night here in Death Valley. That was the first time in my life I understood what the term hostile environment meant.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their third sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Little touch pass to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll give it to the back. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Try to get it to the edge. Breaks into the open. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's first and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Pressure coming. He's dropped on the sack, and now the hill gets even steeper.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll take it on the return. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Looking to kick. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Toss to the outside. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. The Utes want to move quickly. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
What a beautiful sight. And not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can just have unbelievable hands to the mix, because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete to the right. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. On 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Going for the marker on the ground. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's down at the 25-yard line. Waning moments of the 1st half. It is a 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Absolute shank. Missed it. Missed the field goal. Missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellows, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable 1st half in Baton Rouge. And talk about a 1st half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's got him. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Got enough for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The pull and throw off the RPO.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
You want to talk about building a drive around a guy first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball in the backfield.
The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Catch in the middle, it's Crowell. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They have had the ball for a week and a half. Play number 10 coming up. Leaves it with the running back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. LSU right back to the line. Wants to fire on second down. He's got the tight end. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play. Just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Touchdown, Tiger! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
Oh, he's got some space. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. And the Utes will line up to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Using the quick game. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Caught close to the marker. It's Crowell. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Touch pass on the jet sweep. On his feet at the 40. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. With that last score things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. USC looks like a legit title contender right now. That offense is just having its way.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them. Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
Catch in the middle. It's Bishop. Tackle is made at the 38. Let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
Looking deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Here's the pressure. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Here on 3rd down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Line is set on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Runs through the tackle.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed give-me 4th down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
To the ground. He's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
Nice move to pick up yardage.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Timeout called by the defense and 15 seconds to go in this one. The Utes line up to punt it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking left. It's caught downfield. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking downfield on first down. The short hands. It's Crowell. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better.